Okay, Victor, so here's the great news today. This is on the left. This is the last swing you made. On our left there, the new blue. And on our right is the first swing you made today, the old gold. And like I said, like you saw, you'd like to be stopping right about parallel. You're a little bit past it today starting out. But the main thing I wanted to work on was not so much the length of the swing, but the path of the club head on the downswing. So there, see, that's so much closer than what you started with. Okay, and we go to the next frame. I'm just about on it. And that's better, and that club head can't be able to, you can't quite tell. There's a difference here, but I don't want to bother you with it. So, but here's how it got better and better as you went throughout the day today. Here's that first swing from face on where it was, again, it was a little bit long starting out today, Victor. And then here, this is where you took that first small swing. You see how the small swing helped you get it on the plane line better than where you started today. Okay? But I did want you to take a little longer swing than that. And try and get it back on that line. So you still see you were above it, even though you felt like you were swinging way to the woods out to the right. Here again, you're still above it. And the next one, you're feeling like you're swinging way to the right on all these. There, you got a little closer to it. It started to the right a little stronger. It wasn't as good on that one. That's why it started more left. But then, again, I put my hands on the club there and really kind of forced you to swing out to the right. And then there, it really got a ton better. Right? Much different than the old gold on our right. Much, much better. Then we started seeing that ball starting to the right better. And then, so see, you did that for about 10 or 15 minutes. And you can kind of see there, right, how the club head face is pointed out to the right. Okay, but I didn't bother you with working on that yet to start out. I just wanted you taking several minutes to get used to that on-plane downswing there. There was one. It was pretty good with a real small one. Yeah. And then it really started getting better and better from there, Victor. There's another one. Yep, you saw those balls starting to the right nicely. And then I wanted you to do the longer swing. So, yep, sure enough, there you are, buddy. Much better than where you started today. And it was really strong on the ball flights, by and large. Yeah, much better there, buddy. Look at that. Much, much better. Right there. Yep. And then from the face-on angle I was showing you, remember your hands weren't turning over as early as what we see with the tour players. There, that one sure did. That one was a lot better. We looked back at the first one today. Yeah. See how those hands have turned over better. Yeah, there you go. Earlier, over here on the new blue on our left. That's much better there than what we saw on the old gold on the right starting out today. Okay? So, that is definitely, yeah, look at that difference there, buddy. That's what's helping the ball draw back to the middle, after it's starting out to the right. So this is definitely what you want to remember today, Victor. This swing right here. That last one. And again, like I said, the main way you'll be able to tell on your own if you're doing it well or not is by the ball flights. You won't need me or the video to tell you if you're doing it right or not. The ball flights will tell you. If that ball starts to the right real strong, then you know you're on plane. If it stays to the right, the face was open at impact. If it draws back to the middle, you know now that face got squared up early enough to where it could draw back to the middle. Okay? Any questions about that at all? Yep. It's the same for all the clubs. Again, any of the clubs I show you here with the tour players, remember I show you Tiger Woods or Ernie Els. Here he is on the downswing plane. That club head's getting on that plane line. Lisa Neumann, one of the good Swedish tour players, on that line. Tiger Woods, right there. See, they're swinging straight by coming down on that line. Here's Davis Love third. Okay, so all the good players are doing that. And then from that face-on angle, I showed you how their hands are turning over. Remember, that glove hand now is underneath their right hand at that point in their follow-through. Same thing here for Ernie Els. See that same look. You don't see their glove hand on top of their left or on top of their right hand at that point. They're turning it through there. It's happening so fast that if a person thinks I'm going to wait till I get to the ball and turn it over, it'll be too late. So he needed to feel like he was starting about here to turn it over for right now. On down the road, you probably won't have to think of it so early. In fact, hopefully you won't have to think of it at all. That'll be nice. Okay? All right? So we'll stop there for today. Victor, that was great work there, buddy.